Hey there, everyone. My name is Matt Ashburn. I'm the engagement lead here at Authenticate, and today we're going to be talking about TikTok. And this is actually a topic that was brought up by a previous viewer of a previous training session. So the viewer wrote, given recent media attention about TikTok security concerns, how can I safely access TikTok content without downloading the app on my phone? That's an excellent question. We get this a number of times. I guess probably a number of times a month, probably. Few people will inquire about how do I access this app. I have some security concerns. There are privacy issues with downloading it onto my phone. How can I get to the content, or is there a way to get to the content without downloading this app? And it turns out that there is. But let's go into TikTok, though, and actually just show you a little bit about what TikTok is. If you're not familiar, TikTok is a social media video sharing site wherein people can create 15-second or so clips of videos. And this allows them to share any kind of humor, entertainment, jokes, you name it. Lip syncing even is on there. And similar to other social media sites, you can like, you can share, you can message each other, and you can follow various content creators that you find interesting and compelling to view. So it's pretty interesting. Over the past 3-4 years, though, TikTok has exploded in the market, right? And so actually it's the most downloaded app worldwide in 2019. That's a 46% increase. And over its lifetime, they've had over 1.5 billion, that's billion with a B, downloads in its entire lifetime, which is just incredible for an app, right? And if we look at it today, more teenagers now are on TikTok than are on Facebook, which is a pretty telling tale. This is a very popular app. The app itself, TikTok, is owned by a larger company called ByteDance. ByteDance is a Chinese-owned company. They have Chinese Communist Party members on their leadership team, and also they're compelled to follow Chinese law. We'll get to that in just a little bit, though. But first, let's take a look at the permissions that TikTok requires. So when you install this application to create videos, you have some typical permissions that are required, typical access that are required for video creation, right? So you have images, messages, your microphone. These are all things that you'd expect a video app to require. But it also allows or requests access and gains access to your microphone, contacts, keystrokes, location data, other installed applications, and very detailed information about your device, down to your IMEI, which is like your device unique identifier, your carrier, your region of the world that you live in, your OS version, your operating system, the mobile network that you're using. All this information is collected and accessed by TikTok just by installing it, right? Which is a pretty interesting tale. It's not without controversy, right? Like I said, it's a Chinese-owned company. ByteDance is the name of the company, the parent company, and you can Google, find out tons of open source information about them. But for those of you that are familiar with China, or those of you that aren't, perhaps, there's a 2017 law called the Cybersecurity Law. They just shortened it to Cybersecurity Law. That's how it's known typically in China. And this is actually the Chinese answer to cyber defense and kind of bridging that cyber offense. And this is actually Lawfare is the website that we got this excerpt from here, and really good headline here, capturing from defense to offense. And that's really the idea, and that was the idea behind and the motivation behind creating this law in China. It essentially compels any Chinese company, any Chinese citizen or organization to support and assist Chinese intelligence collection, and it also allows the Chinese Foreign Intelligence Services to demand any kind of assistance and cooperation to fit their operations that they need to help support their operations. And organizations, by the way, if you're compelled by the Chinese intelligence services to cooperate with them, you have to keep it a secret. That's a requirement of the Chinese law, right? So not only can the Chinese government compel Chinese companies to cooperate with their intelligence, for example, say, hey, give us all of your user data that you're collecting. The companies would have to abide by that, and on top of that, the companies would have to keep it secret and not acknowledge it, which is a pretty big concern, especially when it comes down to open source intelligence, right? So you may have a need to view what's trending or view a particular hashtag or a topic on TikTok app, on the TikTok app. How do you do that? How do you support your law enforcement investigations? How do you support a financial fraud investigation that may use TikTok as a medium? There are lots of reasons why somebody would need to access TikTok, but may not want to because of privacy issues or security issues, right? So how do you do that? Well, the solution that we're going to show you today is through Silo. I'm going to show you 4 different ways to access TikTok without having an account, without downloading the app, and it's a pretty incredible way to do it. So let's jump right in. So for those that aren't familiar with our architecture, so this is a typical internet connection, right? So you might have this at home, or might have this at your office or organization that you belong to. You have Firefox or Chrome or Microsoft Edge perhaps as a standard web browser on a workstation or a laptop, and you use that to connect to the websites that you visit, right? That's a fairly direct connection, really, right? You're grabbing information from the website, it downloads to your workstation, and displays in the browser on your workstation. So you have the web browsing, but you also have data collection happening on the back end, right? So all these websites are collecting information for advertising purposes and targeting you for advertising. If you Google something, you might receive a Facebook ad a couple days later for the same topic. This data can be bought and sold over and over and over again. You're not sure who's buying it or for what purpose. So that leaves the opportunity there for an adversary to use it, much like we just suggested, right, with the Chinese intelligence service example. They can use it to target your organization to find out what you're doing, or perhaps target you with malware later on. So what we're using today to access TikTok in a safe manner is Silo for Safe Access. This provides a solution where you can view web content that you may not trust or may not want associated with your organization. You can view it. It completely protects your privacy and provides that enhanced security so that no malware can come back and infect your local workstation. It's a big technology here that we're going to use. We also have Silo for Research, aka Silo Research Toolbox. This is our managed attribution solution. This is used by more advanced users that have a need to manage their attribution and tailor it very closely. So that allows you to actually choose a specific region of the world. You choose your egress node. If you're researching, for example, somewhere in Pakistan, perhaps you choose a regional egress node that is in that area, and your traffic then blends in a bit better, especially if you adjust your language settings and the browser and operating system. There are many ways to do that with our fully managed attribution solution. So we have a pretty good technology there that you can use. So we'll go ahead and jump into TikTok. Like I said, I'm going to show you 4 different ways to access content there. And I'm going to start up my Silo session. So open up my Silo web browser here. And I'm going to enter my PIN. There we go. And keep in mind, this is a web browser. It looks and feels like a web browser, but it's actually in the cloud. So it's not actually, I'm viewing it from my workstation, but I'm just getting a video stream of the browser session. So I'm completely protected by this, and this browsing isn't associated with me as a person or my company. I'm going to show you the first way. First way is actually look at what's trending. And so you go to the upper left, click the menu, click trending. This shows you an idea of the top most popular post as of this moment. This changes throughout the day depending on what's going on. And you can take a look at that, see what's most popular. Good for current events. Second item here is for Discover. Again, go to the menu, click Discover. This shows you the most trending hashtags. These are the topics that are trending, not the posts themselves, but the actual topics that are trending, and then shows you the post associated with those topics. So, for example, if we scroll up to the top, we'll probably see something related to COVID. We see here, for example, World Health Organization. That's here in the Discover tab, and rightfully so. The third way I'm going to show you to access content is by username and profile. So we're going to visit the World Health Organization profile here. I just typed in tiktok.com/ and then the username. So hit the @ sign and then the name of the user. So tiktok.com/ in this case @ and then WHO. And this here is actually watching a post here for, looks like hand washing. So it's actually a post from the WHO. This shows you the type of content that you can view it very passively here. So I'm not logged in. This is not associated with me. TikTok has no idea that I personally have viewed this, and they don't know where I'm viewing it from, which is a big benefit. You can also view hashtags. So let's search for COVID, for example, is what I just searched for here. In this case, you just go to tiktok.com/tag/COVID, or fill in the blank with whatever hashtag you would like, whatever topic you're researching. If you're researching the weather, you can type that in. If you're researching a particular region, do tiktok.com/tag/your keyword. Super easy, really easy to do, and it makes it so much more secure if you use a cloud-based browser like Silo. That's why we're here. That's why we exist. Again, my name is Matt Ashburn. I'm the engagement lead for Silo and for Authenticate. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to us. We have a tremendous support team for our customers. And if you're not yet a customer and you're interested in becoming a customer or learning more, we have tons of training and lots of other opportunities. Feel free to hit us up, and we'll be glad to guide you to that. Thanks very much, and have a great day.